I'm driving up to Bonsai Acres to get some more cleaning done on some of the branches and twigs. 3 to 6 inches of snow overnight, and as I turn off onto 23 for that last 15 to 20 minute part of the drive, things are starting to look real pretty.
Welcome to Bonsai Acres.
Very excited. What a difference a couple of weeks make. 0 degrees, wind chill 15 below and worse 2 weeks ago. Last night, about 3 to 4 inches of snow in this area. And I'm up at Bonsai Acres and there's hardly a breath of wind. A nice blanket of snow to insulate all the trees inside the gate. Looking good. Now, if you recall, the last time I was up here, there was a tree that was cracking. I wonder if it fell. Walking the perimeter trail, we're getting close to the tree. Should I show you? Did it come down? No, not yet. Not ready to come down. Couple of windstorms the last couple of weeks, but it's still standing strong. I bet she'll be down by the end of 25, though. With the snow on the trees, you can really see all the bending and twisting, and everything's laid down. A lot of viewers are convinced there was probably some straight line winds in here, which created most of this downing of all these small trees. And here's the power of trees. This has been down for well over a year or two. Because look at the 2 branches now growing straight up, trying to be a big tall tree. And then here's where it bent down. And look, a couple branches right there now wanting to be the big, tall, new tree. It's cool to see it in nature. About 32 degrees as I approached Bonsai Acres today. Super quiet up here. Deer tracks easily seen. Found them through the woods. I love this section of tall pines on the property. This is kind of the northeast corner, just before the bog back there. But I think I'll plant more pines in here as well. Have that mini, quiet, wisping pine boughs forest, if you will. And it's right next to this little grove of poplars as well, so then when the fall colors hit, you got green behind you and all the white. Here's one of those old oak trees on the property with that big, long, low-hanging fruit of a branch. Look at that. Snow nestled on the top section. Some great movement on that branch. I sure hope it survives. This tree, however, yeah, that's inside that crack. Here's the great big one. Crack to the right as well right there. Look at that. These two will not be here long term. Oh, but the firewood we have. What in the world is that up on the road? I need my super telephoto lens. They haven't plowed the road. What are the chances I can change to my telephoto lens and we get a real good close-up of that critter? Well, what do you know? It hasn't moved. That's going to be a big zoom, though. I won't be able to keep this too straight, but let's try. Is it a domestic cat? Is it just a fluffy furball cat? Meow. I think it's just a cat. There's Porter. How you doing, Porter? I don't know why that name sticks the most. He freezes until I walk, and then he goes a little bit further. Now, I recently saw a post on a YouTube channel about porcupines gnawing on some cabin wood. They were gnawing at their actual side of their cabin, so I don't want you to be chewing on anything I build in the future, buddy. Yeah, I've never seen him out of that spot, so I wonder when he comes down. It's time to get to work. After walking the property this morning, my first line of business is this double pine tree out in the northwest corner of the property. Toby and I tackled the southwest corner a little bit in the fall, and I want this corner to start taking some shape too. So we're going to clean up the bottom of this tree and make this another possible landing spot on the trails where you can maybe kick back and take a little rest. It's so quiet. Taking a little sit down. Gotta pace myself. When you get in the woods like this and try to clear it out, it's just never ending. But I got the pine tree tackled pretty good. Cleaning up the bottom 4 to 5 feet of foliage, of pine boughs. Able to clean that up, kind of make a pile, and it'll be interesting to see what this looks like in the spring and then in the summer, because I don't remember even coming to this tree very often. So it'll be kind of fun. And just when you think you've made progress, you like move like a foot or two to the left or right, and I was like, oh, there's another down tree, another old piece that's rotten out. Pull that up, and then there's bended trees from when that one fell over. Got a poplar that's fallen over. So you just start cutting limbs and hopefully just clearing more stuff out. More sunlight's going to come into these areas, and hopefully put a lot of energy into the young, new, 2-3-year-old trees that are trying to force their way up. Had to take my vest off, of course, because yeah, it's probably 34 degrees or so, almost mid-30s now, and you just work too much of a sweat. So that's another reason why I have to stop, take a little breather, catch a glimpse of some snow falling off of a pine once in a while. I had the slightest little stomach ache this morning, and I contemplated for a nanosecond, should I come up? As always, oh my gosh, so glad that I did. I haven't felt anything but motivation and drive to keep the beautification process going forward. So I'm going to finish this little section right here by this tree where I think I can maybe find a stopping point. Put the loppers down, Dave. Go grab a bite to eat, warm up with some hot tea, and we'll see what's next. The scale of the work up here is quite overwhelming at times. As I walk around after a day's worth of work, there's piles of wood. This area right in here had this down tree tangled into all this stuff. And so if we see what it looked like when I started here, and then look back at it now from this angle again, you can see all in here with so much brush, which of course is all right there. So that down tree taken back over there. And there's that little pine tree in the ground, and we just cleared off this. So there were some down trees that way again, leaning over. Cut a few of those off, cut all the little sprigs along the way. And now there's a nice path right up there. Now, in the summertime, that's going to shoot up with all kinds of growth, so who knows what it'll look like. So deeper back on the east side, as I look down that trail, goes to those pine trees that we worked all today on. And there's a couple of down trees here, which brought us to this maple tree, I believe, which has been through some better days. Again, top part broken off or dead branches. This is the new leader right here. But we just cut all that crap off just right now. You can see some real dead, gnarly stumps in here. We'll clean it up later. But that'll hopefully get in better shape. It's just so much cleaner down in here now. Of course, with all the light coming down through here now, all the weeds are going to be just growing up like crazy too, but yeah, we'll traipse those down too. Yeah, I like this path down here. Coming down here to the pine trees down there. I love it. Progress. Packing up for the day. Heading out. Got a lot of good back and forth laps from the car way back here to the northwest corner. I love all the snow up here this time. A friend from the Minnesota Bonsai Society contacted me a couple of days ago and said, "Hey Dave, I got my eyes on some trees that we might be able to harvest. Are you game?" I said, "Well, sure." Turns out the property that we're gonna look at is halfway between my house and Bonsai Acres. And look everyone, the plow came through. Glad I moved my car up because he shoves things up here, right there to that section. So I dug out some of my driveway there to pull up about 5 feet. So now, I have easy access next time. So as I wrap up here, take a little break in the car, regain some energy, and we'll do some more walking and see what we can find. So, we'll be back at Bonsai Acres hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Until soon.